I would never debase my wares by haggling. Buyer's remorse never. Be remorseless.
See that plank? Walk it.
Oh, hi! I mean, greetings. There are greater trainers than me. I'm just getting you ready for them.
Strike hard, strike once. Strike an inch to the left, nothing. An inch to the right.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago. I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms. Next time, boys, less blunder, more plunder. Land legs make you predictable. You move in straight lines. Another empty chest, waiting to be filled.
I love that you are weak. It is my joy to make you strong. Not one person has died in my training. Today,
Waste of gunpowder.
Any good fights lately? Oh, I do miss it. Go make some more stories, then come back and tell me.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist. Place to store the rest of the tyrant's gold.
Hello. Chennai remote update in progress. Interruption will be prevented. I hope I taught you well enough to not blow yourself up.
More fights, sooner, champion! We fight again! Later.
Was that even a battle? Maybe a skirmish? Another empty chest, waiting to be filled. Go ahead, underestimate me. It makes this more fun. I paint my ship red, but I don't use paint.
Small items, small people. I love them all. Did you see it, Quicksilver? I made a sale! I'll show you those stamps back home. I'm gonna be a business tree.
I would spar with you, but this late. Enjoy the thrill of battle. Well, you can. Hey, when you carry my weapon, I fight alongside you.
Waste of gunpowder.
Ability begins with belief. You can think yourself faster. Don't travel from point A to B. Just be there.
Every creature has a weak point. I see yours already.
Ah, place to store the rest of the tyrant's gold. Ooh, the keener the blade, the quicker the fight. I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
You do see these tusks, right? I can see you're going places, but I'll be chasing you.
All cannon, no ball.
The smaller the portions, the finer the meal.
Haha! Now this will inspire the crew!
Who sent you? That cretin, Harrow? I could use a strong arm like yours.
See that plank? Walk it.
Few warriors live to retire. Buy my weapons, and you might.
Ooh, the keener the blade, the quicker the fight.
Nufo teaches stillness. I prefer action. Use it well. Make me proud. Hey, when you carry my weapon, I fight alongside you.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies.
My dreams are too big for you to steal. Next time, I'll show you what I learned from this.
Bravery without strength is a sword without a blade.
You say old. I say thoroughly tested. You may be too sad.
Only a fool rejects my offer.
That was fairly seaworthy.
My battle days are over, but my weapons, great. Enjoy the thrill of battle. Well, you can. Go make some more stories, then come back and tell me.
Discounts for peace.
Your aura guided me.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago. You fall like a boulder. I flow like the waves.
Small things remind me of seeds, acorns, home. It's smaller than Quixel.
Pathetic, as spineless as a jellyfish.
I'm a people person, and sometimes I sell stuff. Happy to make a sale. Sad to say goodbye.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms. and legs make you predictable. You move in straight lines.
Sale, no sale. I want what's right for you. You leave it behind, someone else finds it.
People first, profit 10th. Maybe I'm not cut out for business.
It's over already. We barely got our flags up.
I've got everything you need to do anything you want. It's always that tool you thought you'd never need that ends up saving your butt.
Go ahead, underestimate me. It makes this more fun. I paint my ship red, but I don't use paint.
Reward the peaceful, punish the warful.
keener the blade, the quicker the fight.
Hello?
I hope you use that to defeat the Tyrant King!
See that plank? Walk it.
I'm so fast, I'm living in your future. No.
Haha! Now this will inspire the crew. I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms. You've got talent. You should put it toward nobler use.
You have great potential. Let me train you. Care little for gold. Your enlightenment is my reward.
Ooh, the keener the blade, the quicker the fight. It's just one battle. Plenty more coming.
Right. I hope that brat Quixel was watching. Large items, small items, grotesque excess.
Discounts for peace. I'm so glad we could share this experience today.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies. You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago. Like my crew says at the bar, another round! Bravery without strength is a sword without a blade. in a battle? Maybe a skirmish.
Little sentience love shops, so I opened one. In and out here.
This world is full of noise. You must find the quiet within. As long as you draw breath, your training is not complete.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist. Land legs make you predictable. You move in straight lines.
Do you have any really small things?
I can feel my leaves falling.
I assume you're here to contribute. Impossible. Who are you?
Waste of gunpowder.
If you know you are the best, is not humility a deception? I doubted a non-Sphinxian could learn that. Impressive.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms. We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies. Next time, boys, less blunder, more plunder. You fall like a boulder. I am the last daughter of House Corzina. My father lives through me.